Alright, so let's jump back into our game here, figure out what we got going on. I think last time I'm going to pause it real quick and get our bearings here. Last time we got our crafting room set up. We got our first smokeleaf harvest. I remember our dude Vaughn has a smokeleaf dependency, so he needs a joint ASAP. Oh, and he's got some heat stroke. That's right. We have a heat wave going on. Look at the health for all three of our guys. Just Vaughn with the heat stroke initial. So because of the heat wave, he's spent some time outside. You can see the heat stroke initial 6.3%. That's slowly going to ramp up over time as it gets up to 100%. But you know, initial, you can just see the initial impacts is it's a -5 to his consciousness. So not a big problem. It's also later in the day. You can see we're at the 18th hour, so it's almost bedtime. And we set up these passive coolers in our base to deal with the heat. So that's that. One of the things that we forgot to do in our storage, we said we wanted to store our plant matter and our smoke leaf in here, but what we did not say we wanted to store in here under manufactured drugs and then smoke leaf joint. So we want to check that. We also want to keep the joints in here. This way we have this crafting spot here where we set up a build to always make smoke leaf joints anytime we have smoke leaf. So this makes it so that the guys can just grab the smoke leaf, make a joint, and put the joint over here. And we will keep all the joints here. Once we get a little stockpile of joints going, we'll go over drug policies you can set for your colony. We also set up this little area here to start making stone blocks to build walls, more reinforced building materials. So we're building slate blocks because we have all this slate that we've stockpiled right here. And we added this outdoor roof area to cover our wood because, as we found out, as we had someone join our chat, and it was so gracious of them to let us know that wood now deteriorates if left outdoors. Didn't always used to be that way. This is a newer thing. So what I want to do this time... Oh, and we set up our medical room here too. We eventually want to put some sterile tile in here, but we need to research that first. Right now we are researching machining. We can do gunsmithing and then get it up to gun turrets. We can start building turrets outside to help with our defenses. We do want to get Ayaka's animals up to 6. We should be training, or at least attempting to train our wolf. Once that gets up to 6, then we can actually recruit Kimmy, who is our wild native roaming around our land here. So, still looking for a job. Have a job interview on Monday. Wish me luck. But at least for now, I'm able to put some time into streaming, recording. So get it while it's hot, folks, because I am not going to be able to do this every day. But at least for now, hoping during the week, or at around 1 p.m. Eastern Time, I can stream for a few hours, and then Thursday nights for sure, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern. Currently working on this beginner guide to Rimworld, going over some of the basics for new players. I think I want to do, for my next series, I think I want to do Prison Architect. They just came out with a new update. The developers sold the game to Paradox, and now it's under Paradox control. It's great. I love all the Paradox games for the most part, so I'm curious to see what they do with it. If they can do it some justice, because Prison Architect is another one of my favorite games, and it's funny, they have the same art assets. I can't remember if Prison Architect started with the art and then gave it to the Rimworld guy, or if it was the other way around. I think it was the Architect game had the art first, because the guy who was making Rimworld wasn't really good at art, and he needed some assets, and I guess the developers said he could use them. So that's why when you play that game, all the dudes look the same. It easily could have been the other way around. I'm also reading the book by the guy who made this game. His name is Tinnen Sylvester. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think he's Danish or Dutch or Swedish. I don't remember. Maybe he's Canadian or American. I have no idea. But he's got a good book out called Designing Games. I think it's Designing Games. I'll have to bring it over to the camera sometime so I can show you guys. But it is an amazing book on game design. I'm starting to dabble with Unity, learning some C#. Be nice to make a game at some point. Work on some sort of RPG game. I had this cool idea for a platformer called Pillage and Plunder, where you're just a Viking and you have to raid a village and like a little skill tree, more of like a RPG platformer type deal. All right, so what I want to do next, we look at our resources here. We only have 200 steel. We're going to need some steel because we're going to be making gun turrets, machining tables, weapons, sterile tile. All that stuff needs steel and components, and we need to actually get some steel. And I found up here, just north of our base, this, if you see this little sort of pattern, you click on it, you can see it's compacted steel. So you can mine this, and you can get steel. And additionally, right here, these red spots called compacted machinery. And just note, you can only see what these things are if they're on the outer layer. So there very well could be different kinds of, gold or steel or components in here, but we just can't see it. But you can see the outer layer, and you can see like corners, like this one. So that's why we can see these. And you can instruct your guys to mine anything that's on the outer layer. So let's see who we have that is able to mine. Vaughn can mine. Well, he's not that good. He's only a 4. He's a 5. He's a 3. He's got the flame. Philly. He's our hunter, instructor, warden, hauler. So he's not really doing too much. He can mine. Give him a priority of mine. And what you can do is just hold down shift, select all this steel as you click on it, and just press mine. Do the same with these components. Mine. I think you'll get 2 components out of each block here. I think around, it depends on how good your miner is. That determines how many resources they'll get out of the square, I think. Not 100% sure on that. Again, they very well could have changed. Ooh, cargo pods. Go take a look. Is there anything we want? Oh, it landed right outside our base. Synthread. It's a very expensive, good fiber. Textile, rather, to make things out of. We only have 45. I don't think we can really make anything with that, but we are still going to take it just the same. Guys are getting some wood. What are we doing on food? 26 meals. These berries are ready to harvest. Ready to harvest. Anytime they see berries ready to harvest, they'll just take them. Check on our windmill, make sure we don't have any trees growing in here. Got one that's close, let's get that out of the way. Harvest those. All this smokeleaf is ready to grow. Oh! We got a fire. An electrical conduit caused a short circuit. Our dudes should be to firefight if possible. Priority 1, they should be able to take care of that. Pierce, what the hell are you doing? If they're not immediately getting over there, you can select them and then right-click, prioritize extinguishing fire. Where's that native? Where's our other team? Where'd they go? Where's Vaughn and Philly? Oh, they're probably mining. That's right. There they are. Because Ayaka can't extinguish the fire. Vaughn should be coming to help here. See them starting to put out the fire. This should be fine. No harm done. They'll have to repair this stuff a little bit. Some of our stuff will take damage. You can see our walls, 193 out of 225. We built an animal bed here for our wolf. Bed is needed if you want the animal to get medical attention. Let me just see if we have a grower that can create the herbal medicine, and they can. Let's do that. Got another grow zone. A small zone right here of heel root. Heel root is an herbal medicine, not as good as the actual medicine. And something I like to do once we have a stockpile of herbal medicine is you can specify which you can specify what kind of medicine you want your guys to use. So you can say, only give my guys herbal medicine, and you can save your actual medicine for really disastrous things, like if they lose a limb or something like that, or if they get shot really bad. You know, if they just get bruised or if they just get scratched by an animal, you can just have them use the herbal medicine and save your good stuff for later. Wondering why my stuff isn't charging here. I wonder if we need another solar panel. Outputting 1700. Index is 1700. Is there a line broken? Go to power, then you can see all the lines. Our solar panel, I thought I had placed it next to it, but I guess our solar panel is not connected to our grid. Let's add a power line right there. That should do it. I see, you got this line here in the middle of your solar panel that says how much power it's producing. Our fan is really low. Now it's starting to come back on, but there it is. Now let's go to power. That's another good tip. If you just click power, you can see your lines, and you can make sure they're actually connected. That was a blunder on my part. Game is all about solving problems. Harvesting our smokeleaf. Billy's mining again. We got some components here. You only get 2, like I said, from each one of these. See how much steel we get from one of these blocks. 36. That's not bad. Once they get this next layer, then you can have them get the layer behind it. Maybe we'll find something else in here. Maybe some gold. Gold and plasteel are the next sort of important materials we'll need. In our freezer. Uh-oh. Raid. It's our first raid. A group of pirates from Bayonet Society have arrived nearby. They will prepare for a while, then attack. Prepare defense or attack them preemptively. So there's 2 kinds of raids that can happen. They'll either attack you right away, or they'll say, we're going to go somewhere, prepare, and then we'll attack you. So we can see where they are. Scope them out. It looks like it's just the one guy. Way over here. He's got a pump shotgun. What else does he have? You can click gear and see he's got light leather pants that are poor. Wolfskin shirt, cloth duster, poor. And a poor pump shotgun. For each one of these screens here, this little eye icon, if you click it, it'll give you more information. So if you want to see more specifics about this pump shotgun, you can just click the eye. Give you a description about it, a decent design of shotgun that emits light pack spray of pellets, deadly but short range. The quality is poor. So that indicates how well it's made. This is what based on the guy who makes the item, his crafting skill. So if his crafting skill is really good, he's going to make either normal or superior or, something that's much better. And because of that quality, that impacts some of the other stats. So you can see here for accuracy, it has a quality multiplier of 90%. If this was a normal quality, it would have 100%. And also, if it's better than normal, if it's like a superior, or I forget what they are, I think something that's really well made, it'll be over 100%, and you'll get a better quality of that stat. So it'll be more accurate. It'll do more damage. So it looks like if something is poor, the quality is still 100%. Now that 99%, I think it relates to the durability of the item. So like if you leave something outdoors, it can break down over time. Same thing with clothes. I think clothes gradually start to get worn out over time, so that's another thing you have to keep an eye on. If the quality of your clothes go below 50%, your guys will start to complain and it'll impact their mood. So you do want to keep an eye on that. That's why I always like to keep an extra set of pants, a shirt, duster, or coat, depending on the season, and a hat. So anyway, it's just one guy with a shotgun. Not going to be too much trouble for us. What we need to do, we don't have any walls yet. We don't have any turrets yet. A good thing to do is, at least to start out with, just a very basic thing, is to just make a few sandbags that you guys can sort of hide behind. So I like to go into security. Sandbags, they take 5 steel, which I always thought was strange, but another thing you need steel for. I just like to make a little corner right here, so you can fit some dudes behind it. Who's our builder? Billy, Pierce. They're on their way to bed because it's late. Kind of sucks that they're attacking at night, but we want him to prioritize working on the sandbag. There's Philly. He's probably mining. Philly, prioritize the sandbag. So what we're gonna do, it'll give us an alert when the guy finally decides to attack us, and at that point we'll pause the game. We'll go through our process of getting our guys hooked up so that we can move them around. Let's go to bed because I'm tired. We'll try to let them sleep for wake our guys up out of bed. As if you just finished. Then you can go to bed. Alright, so here's our sandbag. So what we can do is we can put our guys behind the sandbag, and if you click on it, that little eye for more information, you can see it has cover effectiveness. That's how effective this is when it's used as cover in a gunfight. So during a gunfight, you want to sort of, if you can, position your guys behind some sort of cover. Be it a corner of a wall. You can even use a tree. Anything that you can click on that says cover effectiveness. You can see this tree only has a cover effectiveness of 25%, while our sandbags have an effectiveness of 65%. I think things like these rocks have a higher effectiveness. Yeah, 50%. And then a wall. Wall does not. Can't shoot through a wall, I don't think. So the sandbags, they're good. We have a lot of trees, a lot of rocks. When that guy comes to attack us, he's probably going to try to take cover behind something around here. The sandbags are just better than anything else, but it can help to sort of clear out some of these trees just for security reasons. So our guys are sleeping, trying to get some sleep for the fight. Their rest is low and it's moving up. That does impact their mood, so that's getting a little bit better. All right, I'm going to pause it. Pirates from this society, they're beginning their assault. So that means he's on his way to attack us. So now it's time to recruit our guys, draft them into military service. We want a guy with a rifle. We don't need the guy with a knife. That guy's not going to fight. Vaughn's got the pistol, so let's get... Hold down control. Shift? Yes, hold down shift and I can select both of these guys. Go to draft. Now I can control them. And I'm just going to right click behind our sandbags. Try to set them up right there. Kimmy's going to maybe get hurt. So here comes the guy. He's on his way to attack. Our guys are heading down to sandbags. Now we're going to see our guy with the rifle shoot first because his range is longer. And then when he gets closer, the guy with the pistol can help. Again, shouldn't be too much trouble. This one guy, if he gets hurt, we'll take him prisoner and maybe we can convert him. We'll have to check his stats. Headshot. So he's been shot. We can pause and even look at his health now. He's injured. Gunshot to the jaw. Pain is 23%. Needs tending now. He's in medium pain. His consciousness is weakened. He can't talk anymore. His jaw got shot off. Can't eat. Let's look at his bio. Guy we want to keep? No. Not really. He can't shoot either. Let's finish the job. He's hit again. He's hit again. Been shot in the left leg and the right leg by Vaughn with the revolver. He's going to be dead in 17 hours. He's bleeding. If he is left unattended, he will die. And there it is. There's the kill blow. I'm going to take off the red X on that shotgun. And I'm also going to... Well... Let's put dead bodies over here. The zone. Dumping zone. We'll just have a little zone here where we'll clear all the way down to corpses. Human-like corpses. We'll check that. And this dumping stockpile we will uncheck. Human-like corpses. When your own guys die, you can create graves for them, and your other colonists will go and grieve. You don't want to forget about the guys that you've drafted, otherwise they'll just stand there all night. Uncheck the military service box there, and they'll go back to sleep. We did lose some sleep. You don't want to leave this gun outside. It's going to start to deteriorate. You can see the 99%. It's 99 out of 100. Deteriorating because of unroofed. Whoever picks it up should bring it in here. Let's kick the speed up a bit.